Welcome back to Chippo Fishing. I'm in the middle of a mod. I started to see what it took to get it done, and I'm trying to hook up the Ultrex. Now this is what I had before. Little plug, thin wire, and it was like really compromised. The male end was it was like 3 prongs all looking in different directions and loose, so it was ugly. So I had prepped some wires to make jumpers because I looked in the back. I was getting ready to go buy 6-gauge wire. Woo, from there to here. Wow. But it already had 6-gauge wire. But apparently somebody took their trolling motor, and apparently somebody put something else on. So I have 6-gauge wire to here. And but I prepped this as it's got some big connectors. Prepped it, tinned it all up with solder. Not necessarily that pretty, quite a bit of solder on there, but it got hot quick and it was still pulling in. I could probably pull it in some more with the heat. But these type fittings on this plug will go over a aluminum sleeve. The aluminum sleeve goes in there, just like in here. Stick it in there. The red goes on the right, which matches up. The big thing is it matches up here. So whether it's black or red or black, but here's my tilt trim navigational lights and one other thing I'm not sure. So needless to say, this is the ring that goes back behind it. So this will go inside here past these wires here, which I have just enough room to do this. But right here, as you can see, is bigger than that. So I'm gonna have to waller it out a little bit. I'm gonna try rasp and see how that does. So let me get back with you. I'll probably be working into the night. But hopefully we'll get her done. Hey folks, finally started thinking. I've got a Dremel tool. It's got like a little rough sanding disc on it. I've never used it, so we're gonna safety up and see how that works. I have no idea how this thing works or anything, so we're gonna find out. But just gotta buffer it out a little bit. So let's see. Oh yeah, this is the material on up. Okay folks, you get the gist of it. Small hole, need a big hole. Okay folks, pretty awesome tool. This is like getting real close to a fit. And look, I've got this little round bit on here, which is sort of friendly. If it's a cutoff wheel, y'all be careful. I done bumped my finger like 4 or 5 times. It just tickled it a little bit. But you know what? If it was the cutoff blade, I'd be on my way to the ER. Okay, I know I'm gonna sound like Tim Allen, Tim the Tool Man, from Tool Time. But when this mug starts oscillating and shaking, and it looks like there's 3 of them like this, and the shaft gets longer, go ahead and stop. Stop right there. And it's working its way out. You got to press this button and press this back in so it locks in. So there you go. Okay, here's what I've got. I've got it wallered out. And yeah, I should probably put a little bit of tape here on this carbon fiber board or whatever it is, or plastic. But I got a little bit of a buffer shield here. So it got wallered out, so it's just about, will it go in? I think I got to round it off just a little bit. Now, the goal for tonight is to get this Ultrex powered up to here and get this secured back. Now, once I do that, I'll put my pan back, and then the Ultrex is still not going to be ready to rock and roll. It's going to be able to rock and roll, but it's it's sitting loose. This booger here's got to come off, and then we're going back with the Ultrex. Hopefully that's going to be the right move to make. So again, pretty awesome tool. It does have the speed control here. I think this is like a Harbor Freight one, but it does what it sort of needs to do. Power glider. Ooh, with a name like that, should be awesome. But it's not bad working, and just sort of goes slow. And as I said, look, you probably should have taped off here, Chip. But you know what? It's gonna be okay. And I was going at it from this direction, because if I went at it from this direction, look at all these wires back here. Look at all that to mess up. So I'd rather, yeah, make it look a little less pretty than trying to figure out this. All right. Let's see what we can do. Okay, folks, I got it in. And like I said, you can't really see the scratches, but I went on and used a demo. I used the equipment on this side because all the wires on that side. So I've got these wires prepped. I'm gonna put them in the little sleeve, put them in the hole, and then with the Allen wrench tighten them up, and this ring will go right back here. If you're interested in this, I believe it goes like this. If you're interested in this plug, I've done a video on it, and it's had quite a few views. And so if you go to my channel and then look for click under videos, and then click the drop down menu of most popular, and so it's on there. But I think this is reverse threads or something. Well, bear with me, we're getting it together surely and slowly, but got to make sure I'm doing the right thing at the right time, the right way. Woo! Okay, how this works is I'm going to put the bare wire on top of, this is the old piece I've cut off, and if you notice, I put it in the ferrule, slide it inside here, and then the set screws screw down, so it's got a pretty good connection there. This is an awesome plug. If you're gonna do it right. Make sure you got, if you got an Ultrex, you got a 24 volt, make sure you got 6-gauge wire. Without 6-gauge wire, get you a fire extinguisher. I'm straight up. And you're gonna need I forget, I think it's a 60 amp circuit breaker, and get a manual reset, because if you get an automatic reset, it keeps on clicking back on. This is the stuff that I had before. So yeah, stuff's just out of whack and loose. Yeah, not the way to go. So take your time, do it somewhat right, and use quality parts. Oh, folks, so what I did here, okay, I'd cut my old plug off, but look, I know it's a red and a black wire. I let the black wire in there on purpose. Why? Because the red goes right here. And then when I put the red in right here, I'm going to take the black one out. Where's the black one go? Red one goes here, black one goes right there. I'm trying to help myself out as much as possible. Okay, folks. So, if everything's done right, then the blue light will come on when I turn on the Ultrex. So, okay, here we go. Bingo! Woo! Okay, here's what's got to happen. I've got 6 screws to put this back in. It's going back in, gentle. Put it back in. Unplug the Ultrex. And then tomorrow, we're going to try to take this off.